What's up, what's up? How are we doing, guys? What's going on, Lath? Can you let me know if you can hear and see me okay? Just let me know and we can crack on. Hope everyone's well. Got a big session today, guys. It's going to be a big stream. It's going to be a big stream. Okay, so let's start things off with BTC. The crypto markets are, let's just say I'm becoming more and more disenchanted with them as time progresses. BTC obviously was leading the pack, okay? So this was the sort of bullish hopium, right? It would hopefully lift the other markets, give some volatility, a fresh breath of volatility into the space, and give us some value to trade. I said when I hopped on stream with EXO, when we were in this sort of area up here, that for bullish continuation, I was looking for one of two things. Firstly, move into this market structure defense zone and push away on the higher time frames, or to come down and sweep this level here. Obviously, when we are taking out key levels, looking for sweeps, SFPs, stop hunts, whatever you want to call them, it can either be that, a sweep, which is really what I was looking for, or a deviation, right, whereby price hovers underneath and then reclaims. Okay, so unless we see something like this, then yeah, it's looking like we are starting to move into a more of a confirmed downtrend. But to be completely honest, I don't really care that much at the moment, because BTC is just one market, right? And the hope was that BTC sort of dictated the alt market and lifted it up, and gave us value to trade on that side of things. Let's just put it this way: I like trading with the trend, right? I like trading with the trend as much as possible. Doing so makes things easier, right? It makes things much easier for me. I let the trend do the work, and I don't have to do the work. Okay, so it's very simple. Aligning with trending markets, directionally confident markets, just makes my life so much easier, and just makes my trading periods more profitable. It's as simple as that. Okay. And I've gone through this before, but looking at a market like BTC, I mean, even just looking at this here, right, it's a whole lot of nothing, okay, on the higher time frames. If you look at ETH, right, it's higher time frame range bound. And then if you look at the rest of the markets in the alt sector, they are just dead, right? This is an untradable scenario by my book. It's just flatlining. It's a dead market. It's a dead market at the moment. Okay, so as you guys know, increasing focus on the equities and trad side of things. And if you haven't, then very much advise after this stream or in the coming days, maybe across the weekend, to watch my last video, which basically talks through the two systems that I've been curating over the last near decade on the crypto side of things. Regular system, which is looking for sweeps, stop hunts, divergences, speed, reversal trades and pivots. And then the breakout system, which I operate only in heavily trending markets, but as the crypto markets are rarely heavily trending, as you can see here, it's been exercised 10-20% of the time. It's that second ladder system which is mapped over very nicely to equities so far in testing. I'm only 2-3 months into really sort of mapping over, so we're yet to see. But in that 2-3 month period, I've basically been paper testing, right? So I've been preaching to everyone that even for a seasoned trader like myself, moving over to new areas, whether that's a new system, new indicators, new sectors, it should always be paper testing, right? Test your edge, and then apply capital once you've got a sort of substantial set of data to work with, and you deem it responsible to deploy capital. So I've just started that, right? I'm moving away from the sort of theory and paper testing side of things on the trad side, and going to start properly trading. So right, so I've got my full list of equities here, which yesterday and behind yesterday was 100 tickers. I've just gone and at least doubled it this morning. So I want to run through basically what we'll do together is a full top-down scan of a shit ton of new equities that have been added to the list. I believe from TMUS down. Okay. First off, let's look at some of the other ones in the watch list that I have my eye on, right? So if I have my keen eye on any of these markets, I'm going to be adding them into this green list here. And that's not, independently equities. It could be crypto if there was anything to be looking at in crypto, but really there is nothing from a trading perspective, unless you're scalping, which is not my bread and butter. I'm a swing trader. I'm looking for those swing impulses, holding positions for, double-digit days, weeks, that sort of thing. So yeah, basically this is the list of interest. Okay, again, looking to align with those strong trending markets, right? Let the trend do the work. You'll see I'm basically operating a very, very simple system these days, mainly horizontal breakouts, trend side triggers, or TSTs, which basically means I'm looking to align with the trend and take the trigger on the trend side. Typically breakout trades, horizontal trades, diagonal breakout trades, etc. Looking for these clean touch points. I gave the example of Deere and and Coca-Cola in the video I did recently, but these are just basically the trades I'm looking for. Breakout level, consolidation prior to the breakout, let it run. I TP'd up here and rinse and repeat basically. Okay, Coca-Cola still in paper position, but again you can see touch points, clean horizontal level, preferring horizontal levels over diagonal levels purely through their objectivity, and they can't be redrawn in a million different ways. And then looking to play into momentum, it's very simple. Okay, very simple. So we can just scan through this list quickly, and then I'm going to go through my larger list with you guys as well. And you can just, we'll do it together. Okay, you can see what it looks like to just be at my desk, scanning through a new list, and we'll do it together. So LIN, I'm still sort of on the fence about. Nice level here, a couple of touch points, looks all good. I have this widget up here, courtesy of Jacek. He used to be in my Discord group, and basically just spun this up for us so we can see at a glance what the RSI is trading at, and basically not trying to play into too many overextended time frames here, and looking for more for things like this. We're looking for holding nice above the 50s, looking in a healthier position when taking those breakout trades. Again, it's just going to keep you out of any sort of false breaks, and basically try and stack the odds in your favor yet again. So again, we're just sort of tightening up our toolkit, adapting it to the equity side of things. I still have a couple of these markets on my watch list just to see if the the regular system does indeed play out, and that we should start exercising that at all, or if we should just stick to breakout momentum trades, yet to be seen. These are sort of more on the observational side of things. LLY, again, you know, nice range breakout, alerts at the highs, alerts at the lows. Wolf, similar situation, horizontal breakout, ascending lows, consolidation. FTNT, multiple touch points, looking good. Gap overhead. Yeah, alerts at the highs, alerts at the lows. PLD, potential daily breakout level here to work with. Coca-Cola firmly in position, still on the paper side. ABVV, the first sort of diagonal that we found on the equity side of things. So again, when I'm looking at these, I'm just sort of tracking them, right? Trying to sort of build up a picture and image of whether, you know, I want to include diagonal breaks like BRK, ABBV into my system and approach to the equity side. AMGN, so yeah, again, the starting position here, this was still before I'd connected to IBKR, who's the brokerage that I'm going to be trading with yesterday. So I sorted that all out yesterday, and looking forward to start applying and deploying capital and yeah, basically getting gears properly in motion now. Okay. And the beauty is that these markets move much more independently than crypto as well. Okay, so with crypto, you have, you know, just the massive ripple effects, domino effects, knock-on effects of if BTC sneezes, then everything else just dies basically and keels over. These markets tend to move much more independently, and gives us a plethora of opportunity to work with essentially. Okay, so I imagine my equities list is just going to get larger and larger as time progresses. Probably have to start looking at automated solutions, scanners, etc., and see if there's any way to sort of make things a bit easier for me and hunt for these sort of momentum-based breakout trades a bit easier. Potentially spaghetti charts, overlay charts where I have, you know, hundreds of equities all on one chart with a line chart, a thin line chart, so I can then see which are the strongest markets on the daily, the weekly, and then just simply go into them. That may be the solution. We'll see as we go, but for now, manual scans. Okay, so for now, manual scans, and we can get into it. Okay, so we'll start with monthlies, right? Monthlies are important. I want to be looking really at the monthly and the weeklies to aid those 4-hour breakout trades or daily breakout trades. I covered this in the last video, but just quickly to recap, if you're looking at things like, you know, Coca-Cola, right? So yes, taking a breakout trade on the 4-hour, right? Great. But then if you look at the monthly time frame, exact reset down to the 50 level, using it as support, lifts off, comes back again, taps exactly to that 50 level, pushes away. This is the sort of higher time frame confluence that we want to be sort of weaving into our trade theories. Okay, so again, I have these notes on chart, monthly reset, reclaim here, yeah, so on and so forth, right? So again, monthly exact reset, using that 50 level as support again here. I've been in some position trades as well. Okay, so in COST, off the back of a monthly candle close, a monthly trigger, exact reset here, exact reset here, exact reset here, and again here. It's just pretty much clockwork, guys. Monthly, weekly resets are very effective on the equity side of things, from what I can see so far. Again, in another position trade here, again, another monthly breakout trigger using this 50 level RSI, pushing away, clean breakout horizontal level, trigger and play it as a position trade / investment, why not? Right? Why not take these positions? The validity of these trade setups is just so high that yes, you can be looking at them and going, well, I'm not going to wait, you know, a year or a few years for the trade to play out. It's like, fine, but, you know, treat them as longer term investments, like you would on the crypto side of things. And, you know, if you want to just park some capital in there, as opposed to having it in a bank account, you know, for instance, is an approach that you can take, just to sort of, you know, compound accounts and grow things faster. We can take the green list, for instance, and be trading 4-hour breakouts and compound and grow an account, and then start siphoning off capital into an allocation purely for monthly position trades, which we can then ride. And even if you sort of, you know, 2x that or 2.5x that portfolio on a higher probability basis, why not, right? These are the sort of strategies that I'm looking to employ going forward. I hope that makes sense. Bit of a rant, but thinking out loud here. What's up, Loco? How are you, man? 50 RSI resistance looks great. Support? Yeah, for sure. Appreciated, Angelo. I'm excited about this year. I am. Okay, there's just so much. There's so much to go through, so let's crack on with it. We'll start looking at the monthlies, and we'll just scan down. So I'll start using abbreviations, ER, exact reset, MER and WER, monthly exact reset, and weekly exact reset. Have to start cleaning some of these up as well as we go, because I would have charted on them years ago, most likely. So again, as I'm scanning, I'm really just looking at the RSIs here, okay? Just gonna move my mic across. Can you still hear okay? It's just in the way of the keyboard a bit. I want to flash through these as fast as possible. And the beauty of having this widget up is without looking at the monthly, if I'm on the 4-hour, for instance, and go, okay, cool, nice 4-hour reclaim here, diagonal break, whatever I'm looking at, right? I wouldn't take this trade. But I can see that the monthly is completely overextended here, just at a glance. Got that red 76 staring at me, just reminds me. And some previous trades, I can't remember what it was, maybe Coca-Cola. We were maxed out on the 4-hour as we went into that breakout, but the weekly and the monthly was looking healthy. So again, always try and prioritize the higher time frames and use them in your discretion as best possible. See if I can just copy this. See if I work on the following chart. I'll just add notes like this: monthly healthy. Right. Just to remind myself of like what the RSI looks like here. Sounds a bit lower. Let me just try and put my fan on my computer to to quiet. It might help the audio. That might make the sound a bit better, Ange. How's it look? Yeah, okay, nice. And just so you know, when I'm talking about monthly exact well, these aren't really exact resets, are they? I should be rephrasing them, because these are just resets, they're not bang to the 50 level, they're within 45 to 55. Let's go ahead and see if there are any I need to tweak here. That's kind of, yeah, you can tweak these. You'll notice that whilst going through this exercise, I don't need the awesome oscillator on my chart as well. Just adds noise, okay? And as much as I've loved it over the last near decade or so, with breakouts, there's little use case for the awesome oscillator, to be completely honest. So just checking here, 55.8, not quite within the 55 to 45 region. Yes, this is slammed, so yeah, I wouldn't touch this, even though it's very strong. Again, want to align with the trend, but I want to stay away from this sort of thing as well. Not get carried away with it. So this one is a previous monthly exact reset here. See here, tap down to the 50 level. So that's something that I want to be cognizant of if I'm going down to the 4 hour and trading that. And get rid of this as well. Any charts I don't like the look of, I'll just get rid of. Holy smokes, look at this. Some of the, I think Riot's a crypto-based stock, isn't it? Just looks like crypto to me. Look at this, Jesus Christ. Imagine taking this break here. Probably a nice 4 hour break. Or daily break. Super clean. Kind of looks like Coke. Multiple touch points, really nice. And then you get to enjoy this. Quite something. Monthly healthy here. Monthly exact reset. Just want to make sure it's sort of close to the candle, otherwise sometimes when you go down to the 4 hour, that note is, yeah, that's the problem. Good to know, just sort of in front of it all. just do this, it might help things a bit. Yeah, that would be good. Monthly reclaim here. Yeah, nice, that's the way to do it. I'll go up and tighten these up after the stream. Healthy. Healthy. Potential monthly exact reset here. Potential monthly exact reset. Previous one. Previous monthly reset. Just a monthly exact reset or previous monthly exact reset. It's a nice one now. Monthly exact reset. Just change that actually. So I know this can be seen as a boring exercise, guys, but trust me, it's crucial. It really is. It's something that you only have to do every month, 2 months, 3 months, fine. But it will really give you good context. Like for instance this, for breakout trade forms in here, knowing that this occurred on the RSI previously, and you've got those headwinds, those higher time frame headwinds that you can play into, is yeah, very, very useful. No worries, Ange. I'll catch you in the Discord. We're getting to the bottom of the list here for the monthly. Guys, if you're not using higher time frame resets, the 50 level on the RSI on the higher time frames is, I imagine it would change the game for you if you're not already using that on the equity side of things. Okay, so back up. Weekly. Again, flashing through the RSI. Weekly reclaim.
weekly mid support. Weekly mid support. Weekly exact reset, or weekly reset rather. Weekly reset. Weekly reset. What I'm doing these, I'll just go in and adjust these. So you have them all in one. Once you start getting the monthly and the weekly start stacking up, it's even nicer, of course. Weekly exact reset. And once we get through this this leg work, then we'll start sniping down to the lower time frame, looking for some real opportunities. Okay. Weekly exact reset. Is there anything in here, for instance? I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's just run through this at light speed. And then we can start sniping. Exact reset, you can see it twice here. So once it's done the reset, if it's gone up to the overextensions past 70, I'm not really going to put a note on it because it's kind of played out at that point. Monthly healthy, monthly and weekly healthy. How about you guys? Are you actively trading anything? Are you looking at traditional markets as well? Are you mainly on the crypto side? And how do you feel about my move over to equities? I know a lot of my audience base was purely crypto before, so I'm sure it's a bit of a transition for you guys as well, watching my content. But there is just so much more value here, guys. Really, so much value. And an infinite amount of opportunity, an infinite amount of markets to take your pick from, that, as you can see from this list, are all moving in different fashion. That in of itself is a huge opportunity to capitalize on. Weekly exact reset. Weekly exact reset. Reclaim. Weekly exact reset. Okay, so that's it. We've done the monthly and the weekly, right? So the two major higher time frames out of the way. Daily now. Yeah, I've got a few commodities down here. I actually had a more extensive list, Lath, but I've just culled it to the sort of just the major metals at the moment. Took some nice silver and gold trades over the last couple of months, so. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like I say, the breakout system has really been most promising on equities. Not even looking at indices at the moment. Daily exact reset. Here, twice. I may miss some of these because I'm now starting to look at the charts as well, right? Mainly looking at the charts now, really. Looking to map on stuff like this. That's potential levels, right? So now that we've got this sort of information, potential monthly reset in play, we want that monthly to reset, and we want price to come up efficiently, right? Or inefficiently. Doesn't really matter, to be completely honest, with these markets. And break out and looking for that sort of trade to take place, right? Trigger in here, really looking for consolidation prior to the break, ideally. But we're looking to bend the rules a bit to onboard strong markets as well on equities. So consolidation not as necessary as it was before on crypto. What was the market above? I have that level on. So I wouldn't take this because it's too wide. know. So I can work with this here. Just using the bodies. Again, we want a third tap for confirmation. We'll set an alert there and stalk this. And then we add them into our green list once they come up and they start forming those breakout levels like this. Okay, so once they're at that point of potential actioning, then we move them into the condensed watch list, where we can sort of hone in with more laser vision and look for those ripe opportunities to enter. So at the moment, I'm still sort of testing the hourly. Okay, so I'll mark these out if I see them as I go, but I won't be actioning them until I have a body of information that says that I can do so. Four hours the minimum for our actual sort of risk at the moment. So I don't really want to be playing into anything like this on the left side. I have some of these plays here where there is some stuff here, but it's typically either a gap or one straight candle, which is fine. But when we are moving into this sort of stuff, there's no point, right? Because there could be latent supply in there, which maps the path out to be troublesome, and there are plenty of opportunities, right? Just wait for the next opportunity. For a Coca-Cola or a deer, right, where you have nothing in the way. You know, don't be impatient. So again here, nice breakout level, but we've got this supply here. A little bit janky, we can tighten it up there, use the wick from this, the body from this, and then again the wick here. We don't really want it to be too wide. This is kind of as wide as I'd go, okay? So I don't really like this, okay? We do have a weekly exact reset, as we can see from the note here, okay? So again, we're using those notes that we've just made. It's already come in handy, because looking at this, I go, okay, I don't like this top wick up here. But we do have a weekly exact reset, and we've got let's say a 3-4 touch point daily breakout level that we could potentially work with. So if we start pushing up, we invalidate this SFP, then we can look to potentially onboard, right? Assuming we're still healthy here. So you can start to see how I'm sort of analyzing and thinking about moving into position. So again, when we've got these potentials, right, I'm just marking them on. I want to see price do this again, of course, but it's just initial levels, right? Nothing that I'm actioning at all at the moment. That's sort of the earliest stage of a trade concept. Have a look at this. And sometimes I need to draw it up just to see what it looks like. This gap, not quite good enough. Not quite good enough. Again, don't want to play into left side price action. And also with these, you know, I've just imported all of these. We typically don't expect to just open them up and see a shit ton of breakout opportunities. We need to let them sort of form over time over the coming weeks and months. But this is fine, right? Like, this is okay because I've got this. Right, so that's fine in terms of left side price action because we've got a good amount of an inefficiency, a gap to run through there. So because this is at the potential point of actioning now, nice on the 4 hour as well. Maybe move it up like that. As wide as I'd go, sort of thing. But we can move that into the green list now. Again, very initial levels, right? Earliest stages of trade concept, that's kind of even just one touch point by my book. So we need another couple. Yeah, I think next week we'll focus on overlays, spaghettis, maybe expand the list further and just try and focus on the strongest markets going forward. And as I said, scanners and automation may have to come into the picture as well. But sometimes you have to just do a good manual top-down. Okay, I think that's kind of it for today because we would have seen only 4 hours out of the dailies and I would have probably zoomed in on them as I did here. Right, but we'll keep eyes on this. I'll be scanning every day and yeah, I'll catch you guys next week and we can do an update on this list. And of course, keep looking at the green list, keep looking for the trades that we've got our keen eye on at the moment, still very much looking at these markets. And yeah, looking for the expanded watch list to sort of develop and manifest similar setups as well. All right, so take care and I will catch you probably same time next week. All right, take care and I'll see you on